And JDJX just goes on ahead and say that, yeah, though you might capture the audience at certain points in time, maybe at the beginning when they are open to receive from you, it's now up to you to be able to keep that attention, right? You keep that attention by making connections between what you are saying, right? The way you are able to make them to be able to relate with that message. You're able to, as it were, sell your message and yourself to them. It's the way by which you're able to capture them, right? So it's all about marketing. You're marketing your message, you're marketing your brand, you're marketing your person to the audience, right? To the extent to which they buy what you're marketing is the extent to which you can capture their attention to follow you through and be able to receive your message, right? So we'll go on to slide 6 here. And when it comes to oral communication, right, your audience does not have the benefit of written conventions, right? And so, every communication has its own boundaries as well. What we'll call the science of communication. There are science of written communication. There's science of oral communication. They both have their benefit, their advantages and disadvantages. They both can sell their messages all on their own, right? And one can help the other. They are like the chicken and the egg, right? I have done a lot of writing. I do a lot of writing. And my writing has helped me in my oral communication because that's given me depth. Also, my oral communication also helps my writing, right? Because I'm able to learn and gain insight from talking, from speaking, right? I grow in that space of speaking, and what I speak and the new insight I get while speaking helps the way I write. And maybe better still, which is something I learned from one of my mentors, Hal Nightingale, says that the easiest way to write is writing the way you talk. So if you see most of my writing, you will see that they're pretty much married to the way I talk. I write as if I'm talking. That makes writing so easy for me, right? So both of them have helped each other for me. However, their conventions around talking, their conventions around writing, they're not necessarily the same. So you have to be careful that you use the same convention you would typically use in oral communication with writing. With oral communication, you are there. People can see your gesticulations. They can see your emotions and get the fullness of the message from just seeing your presence in communicating. When you're writing, you're not there, right? They can't see your emotions. So you have to be careful the words you use so that you don't sell the wrong emotions to the person that's reading it, right? Same thing, even while talking, make sure that even the emotions that have been seen is in consonance, is aligned with the message that's being given, right? Because to the extent to which they are aligned is the extent to which your message gets across to the audience, right? And go on to slide 7 here, and that's the same thing TD Jakes was trying to emphasize here, saying your body language, your physical presence, your voice variations, your speech patterns provide extraordinary opportunities to enhance and reinforce and embellish your message. They all had up, right? And slide 8 here, it just says that while ambiguity or uncertainty may be deliberate, you know, just saying that the fact of the matter is, but irrespective of the communication you're trying to have, you need to try to make sure there's no ambiguity, there's no uncertainty. Your message is clear, right? You don't leave doubts in the mind of your audience. Otherwise, your message can go either way, right? And you will not have achieved the intent of your communication, because the intent of every communication is action. If you have clarity in on your message, then people don't know the action they're supposed to take, or might end up taking the action they're not supposed to take, and therefore you have defeated the intent purpose of your communication. So I want to be as clear as possible so that people can then focus on what needs to be done. And Now talking about dressing, right? Dressing goes a long way in communication because it's part of your presence, right? You want your dressing to be as much as possible to, you want to be comfortable, right? And you also want that your dressing does not negate your message, right? Your dressing needs to be in line with your message, and both of them need to reinforce the same thing, trying to get that same message across, right? So dressing is important. Your presence needs to support your message, right? That's pretty much that. And typically, you want to dress and be in unison with the people you're communicating with. You want to associate with them and not as if make yourself something different from them, because they need to see that they're talking to someone like them. Otherwise, they might not receive your message, right? You don't want your dressing to overshadow or be too loud, such that people are not listening to what you're saying because your dressing is too loud. Your dressing needs to support your message, for it to be able to ring down